Okay. Okay, guys. So, good evening to all of you. I hope everyone is doing fine. I welcome all of you to another class of SSB क्रैक एग्जाम. ठीक है, guys. सभी लोगों का स्वागत है. अभी हम लोग क्लास की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं. गाइस, हम लोग करने वाले हैं एफकैट 1 2023 का क्लास, जहां पे है हम लोग इंग्लिश करेंगे और हम लोग सिनोनिम्स करने वाले हैं. आज हम लोग का चल रहा है एमसीक्यू का क्लास 4. सो गाइस, आप लोग हमारे पुराने सेशन भी देख सकते हैं एसएसबी क्रैक एग्जाम के पेज पर जाकर. तो आप लोग देख रहे हैं कि अभी क्लास 4 चल रहा है. सिमिलरली हमने 1 2 3 करके एमसीक्यूज की क्लास ऑलरेडी कवर कर ली है. ठीक है गाइस, तो जल्दी से अभी हम लोग क्लास की शुरुआत करेंगे. ठीक है, विदाउट फर्दर अडू क्लास की शुरुआत करते हैं गाइस. ठीक है. सो गाइज, इफ यू हैव अ लुक एट द टाइम टेबल, आप लोग देख सकते हो कि आज 23 है. सो सबसे पहले 9 बजे आप लोग को दिव्यांशु सर की क्लास होती है. उसके बाद एसएसबी इंटरव्यू लाइव क्लासेस होती है 9 बजे. ठीक है. उसके बाद गाइज आप लोग देख सकते हो कि एफ कैट की स्लॉट की बात करें तो यू गाइज हैड 2:30 पे आप लोगों का हुआ दृष्टि मैम का क्लास. गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन. ठीक है. रीजनिंग का आपका क्लास हुआ आज 2:30 पर. उसके बाद एट 4 आप लोग का मैथ्स का क्लास हुआ विद मयंक सर. उसी के साथ 5:30 पे आपका मेरे साथ क्लास हो रहा है इंग्लिश का. इसके बाद आपके दिव्यांशु सर के साथ क्लास होगी, जो कि होगी स्टैटिक जीके की. ठीक है. तो इस तरीके से आप लोग की 4 क्लासेस पर डे हो रही हैं. अभी हम लोग जल्दी से टॉपिक पर आते हैं. तो हर साल आप लोगों को एफकैट के एग्जाम में एफकैट 1 एफकैट 2 में 3 क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन कमिंग, राइट. एंड द लेवल, इफ आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट डिफिकल्टी लेवल, यूजुअली जो आपका एफकैट का रहता है वो बेसिक टू मीडियम लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी के आपको क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. बट अगेन गाइस, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट सिनोनिम्स एंड एंटोनिम, तो हर साल आपको नए नए क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ठीक है, यूजुअली रिपीट नहीं होते. बट वन थिंग दैट वी कैन डू ऑन आवर पार्ट इज, हम लोग जिस चीज का सिनोनिम पढ़ रहे हैं उसी का एंटोनिम भी पढ़ते हुए चले. सो इफ आई एम बेसिकली, अगर हम फेयरली इसको देखें, तो अगर मैं 3 एंटोनिम पढ़ रही हूँ तो उसी का 3 सिनोनिम भी पढ़ लूँ, सो मेरे को बेटर रहेगा. ठीक है. सो दैट एटलीस्ट अगर आप 3 नहीं तो 2 क्वेश्चन तो सही करके आ ही रहे हैं. ठीक है. सो गाइज, अभी जल्दी से हम लोग बात करते हैं क्वेश्चन की. तो ईच आइटम इन दिस सेक्शन कंसिस्ट ऑफ सेंटेंसेस विद एन अंडरलाइन वर्ड. ठीक है. तो आपको क्या रहेगा, आपको कोई भी वो लोग बेसिकली वर्ड दे देंगे. ठीक है. अंडरलाइन का भी नहीं होता यूजुअली, मतलब एक कोई भी ऐसा वर्ड दे देते हैं. ठीक है. एक ऐसा कुछ भी वर्ड दे देंगे, उसमें आपको 4 ऑप्शंस वो लोग दे देते हैं. ठीक है. उसमें आपको बेसिकली क्या करना रहता है, यू हैव टू चूज द ऑप्शन दैट यू थिंक इज क्लोजेस्ट या फिर सिमिलर इन मीनिंग जिसको बोलते हैं. ठीक है. तो आपको उसी के अकॉर्डिंग अपना रिस्पॉन्स करना रहेगा. ठीक है. तो ये रहा आपका क्वेश्चन सिनोनिम का. अभी जल्दी से हम लोग फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन से शुरुआत करेंगे गाइस. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट है गाइस लिंच. ठीक है. तो क्या होगा इसका, ए हैंग, बी मैडन, सी किल और डी शूट. बताइए सब लोग. हम्म.
मैम सी आई थिंक.
मैम सी.
हम्म. ठीक है. ओके. Yeah, guys, see, when we talk about lynching it in itself, ठीक है, as a word, we talk about killing people, right? We do not particularly talk about कि हम लोग उनको hang कर रहे हैं, we are hanging them or they are going mad, है ना, जैसे बोलते हैं people are going crazy or they are going mad. We are not talking about that, or we are not talking about shooting. We basically talk about, yes, mob lynching, and also we just kill people, right? Brutally people are killed. So that would be lynch. Absolutely correct. Very good. नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे. व्हाट कुड बी टॉर्चर, ए टॉर्मेंट, बी चेस्टाइजमेंट, सी हरासमेंट और डी टेरर. Torture, harassment. Harassment is a very wide term.
मैम डी आई थिंक, टेरर.
Hmm. Terror is a term which we can usually relate with, like if we have to draw demarcation, we can usually say that it is somewhat related to when there is some kind of fear, okay, building
Yes, ma'am.
inside of people, right? When I talk about harassment as a term, it's a very huge term, first of all, and it involves any kind of behavior or any kind of action that makes the victim or the person who is the other end थोड़ा बोलते हैं ना कि they feel very like they don't how do I say it? Wait a second. Okay, so we can say that harassment basically includes something which is like inappropriate, जैसा बोलते हैं ना, right? Inappropriate होता है and things which obviously make the other person very uncomfortable, right? It can be anything, it can be any kind of remark, or it can be any kind of action, a lewd remark, as we say, right? When I talk about chastisement, it is a term which is related to severe punishment, which usually used to happen in the older time. So, any kind of severe punishment, ठीक है? When I talk about torture, torture is actually related to when a person is, when we like, inflict pain on others. Okay? Pain. And the pain can be any pain, by the way. Torture can come in various forms, like it can be physical pain or some kind of mental pain. Similarly, if I torment someone, it will be the same thing when I'm trying to inflict pain, like usually mentally or physically. So जो closest meaning हो सकता है इसमें इसका होगा torment. Is it clear, guys? तो
मैम
उस हिसाब से
टॉर्मेंट मीन्स तो जनरली वो होता है ना स्टेबल टाइप का, आई मीन।
I didn't get you. Can you please repeat yourself?
मैम आई मीन टॉर्मेंट मीन्स लाइक अनस्टेबल, लाइक समथिंग इज
No,
स्टेबल।
no. If I say Dhanendra was tormented by the perpetrator or whatever. So what do you think? Am I talking about stability or something like that?
नो नो, आई एम रिलेटिंग विद लाइक टॉर्मेंट वोल्केनो, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम
No,
सेइंग।
no, 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 no. We are not talking about that torment. It is that torment where we actually kind of torture people. Okay. So ये वो वाला टॉपिक लाइक मेंटल फिजिकल सफरिंग होता है ना गाइस, बिकॉज मेंटल एंड फिजिकल सफरिंग टॉर्चर और टॉर्मेंट दोनों में ही होता है, ठीक है? और ये जो पनिशमेंट होता है, हरासमेंट होता है, टेरर होता है, दे आर समवॉट डिफरेंट, लाइक दे आर काइंड ऑफ रिलेटेड बट नॉट एग्जैक्ट, ठीक? आई होप इट्स क्लियर।
यस मैम।
तो उस हिसाब से व्हाट इज abundant? Is it ripe? Is it cheap? Is it plenty? Or is it absent? This one
Ma'am,
is really
plenty.
easy. Right, something is in abundance, so it actually means it's in plenty, huge amount, है ना? तो ripe तो वो होता है when something is ready to be harvested or eaten, right? Cheap हो गया जो expensive नहीं है, सस्ता है, absent है, it is not there, right? So इसका correct meaning would be C, plenty, right? So absolutely correct. Very good. Okay, destitution. Is it A, humility? Is it B, moderation? Is it C, poverty? Or is it D, beggary? Hmm.
Ma'am, option C.
Okay, great. Yes. See, when I call somebody a destitute, as we say, the destitution, ठीक है, is a word that I'm using for poverty again. ठीक है? Somebody who is really extremely poor, as we say, right? So again, if I talk about, right, so it's related to. Right. So again, if I talk about humility, guys, humility is again a word which is related to somebody being grounded और opposite of somebody being pompous जैसा रहता है ना? तो यहाँ पे आप लोग बोल सकते हो कोई चीज बहुत लोग grounded होते हैं, है ना? Moderation again something which is related to middle path जैसा है ना? Moderation. It is not extreme. And again, if I talk about beggary, beggary is would be just a part of poverty because not every person who is poor is a beggar, right? They do other things also. So this would be the answer, correct. Wretched. A, desolate. B, foolish. C, insane. Or D, strained. Hmm. Foolish. See, when I call something as strained, right? Something as strained, that means it is really like it's not flexible at all, right? You understand? Or like there's a lot of pressure on it, like it's really strained, right? It's not flexible. And when I call somebody being insane, that means they are, matlab, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, crazy. Right? Foolish would be somebody who's like an idiot or a buffoon, or again. Now we talk about a desolate. So guys, both the word and a would mean a situation when you feel like that you're मतलब it's related to something like जैसे कि आपका heart broken है, or you as a person are completely broken, or you as a person are feeling hopeless. हाँ, like your situation is miserable as we say, है ना? तो ये सारे आपके synonyms इसमें हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, so उसके अकॉर्डिंग A should be your answer. ठीक. Rant, what is a rant? People usually rant. So praise inordinately. B, you formalize something. To treat, sorry, to preach noisily, or to treat with screen. Hmm. Yes, because when I talk about this praise,
एक्चुअली ये वो हॉस्टल रूम खाली हुआ है ना.
hmm, when I talk about A, ठीक है, when I praise somebody inordinately, it means I'm praising them to an excess amount, like excessively, कुछ ज्यादा ही आप तारीफ करी जाए, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा तारीफ करें जिसकी जरूरत भी नहीं है, right? Like some people have this habit of buttering things up and all, right? So उसकी जगह आप formalize कर रहे हैं तो मतलब it's related to something which is formal, है ना? अभी rant लोग कब करते हैं? When people are sometimes, हाँ, flattery जैसा, correct. And again, when we talk about preach noisily, again, when you keep on talking and talking and talking, just go on and on and on. So basically, it can be to preach noisily. Because when we talk about treat with screen, so it's not exactly right to मतलब ऐसा बोलना treat with screen. Like we can just say screening जो process होता है. If I talk about the process of screening, usually people have it when they want to work somewhere, right? There's a screening process when they check your competency, like if you're competent or not. So we can relate it to that. Other than treat with screen, तो ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते. ठीक है? So I'm just letting all of you know. So the answer would be C. ठीक? Mayhem. What is it? Jubilation, B, havoc, C, excitement, or D, defeat?
मैम ऑप्शन बी है वो.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, because when I talk about defeat, right? Defeat again, that means you lost something, right? Excitement is a term which we can relate to maybe you are really happy or something like that, like somewhat related, na? When I say havoc can be a term which can be, array, we can relate it to maybe some kind of chaos or some kind of destruction, as we say. Jubilation would be a term which would be related to triumph, है ना? जीत हो जाती है आपकी किसी चीज पर. बोलते हैं ना जीत गए and all that. So again guys, इसकी वजह से the answer would be this. Second, what is ponder? A, think, B, evaluate, C, anticipate, or D, increase. I was pondering, है ना? तो pondering में pondering is a huge term ना. मतलब think में you can think about anything. It can be anything on the face of this earth, right? So we can't just say that it's just evaluating or anticipating because see, pondering first of all is thinking. You just think of something or whatever, right? But evaluation is basically when you evaluate things. So sometimes we maybe think about pros of something or cons of something, then we come to a conclusion and we evaluate each and everything, right? So that would be like an evaluating situation. अब जब हम लोग एंटिसिपेशन की बात करते हैं तो एंटिसिपेट आप यूजुअली फ्यूचर को करते हो ना आई एम एंटिसिपेटिंग दैट दिस डे or the following week is not going to go well or whatever, right? So it is usually related to what do you call your future or whatever. So उसको आप anticipation बोल सकते हो. And increase would be कोई चीज increase हो रही है decrease हो रही है. So again that wouldn't be related. ठीक है? So I hope it's clear. So the answer has to be obviously think. Okay. Connoisseur. What is connoisseur? Is it ignorant? Is it lover of art? Is it interpreter? Or is it delinquent? Hmm. Yes, very good. Because connoisseur is a word is related, basically related to people who are lovers of art, right? Or who is an expert when it comes to tasting or something. We can also say that. But in this case, the only option that goes has to be somebody who is a lover of art, right? So if I say that this is correct, so the answer is obviously cannot be ignorant. Somebody who is ignorant, who is not woke enough, है ना? इंटरप्रेटर भी नहीं होता, कोई चीज इंटरप्रेट करने की बात नहीं हो रही है. डिलिक्वेंट भी नहीं हो सकता because it is a word which is related to somebody being lawless or somebody who's a criminal, right? So the answer has to be this. I hope it is clear. ठीक, तो lover of art is the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's talk about shiver. Feel, rock, tremble, or move. This is really easy again.
Ma'am, she trembled.
She was shivering. Right, she was shivering because of whatever, because she watched horror movies last night, whatever. So yes, so feel तो कुछ भी हो सकता है ना. Feel, you can feel anything. You can feel good, you can feel bad, you can be fearful. So again, it's a very wide term. So feeling की बात नहीं हो रही है. We are not talking about feel here. We are not talking about any rock here. Moving, we are not talking about moving. So we are talking about a particular type of moving, which would be your shivering, है ना? जिसमें आप tremble करते हैं, right? So that would be the answer. What is prestige? Is it influence, quality, name, or wealth?
Option B, I guess.
Yeah, because when we talk about prestige as a word, right, like the prestige of our family, right? You should take care of prestige of our family. We are not talking about the amount of influence that they have कि कितने लोगों को वो लोग influence कर सकते हैं or the quality of something or the amount of wealth that they have कि कितना पैसा है. We actually talk about their name and reputation as we say, right? ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि हमारा नाम खराब कर दिया, right? As they say. So the answer has to be this. Stringent. Is it tense? Is it stringly? Or is it strict? Or is it causing to shrink? बताइए. Okay, guys. Right. When I call that something is tense, like it's really tense. So it can also be related to maybe the muscles that you have. They are also really tense sometimes, right? तो ये इसका नहीं हो सकता. Stringly तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं हो सकता. It's not even a word there. So strike it out. Again, when I call somebody strict, right, that they are strict, तो वही होता है. बोलते हैं ना कि the criteria of this particular game is very stringent or it's really strict, it's very particular, right? And causing to shrink मतलब उसको shrink कर रहा है किसी तरीके से, बोल रहे हैं ना एकदम मुरझा सा रहा है. जो मुरझाना भी नहीं बोलते, shrink को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? I don't know shrink को क्या बोलते हैं. So strict would be the answer. Yes, C would be the answer. Correct. Insomnia.
श्रिंक तो छोटा हो जाना हो गया.
हाँ मतलब श्रिंक हो जाते हैं ना, एकदम बुच्चड़ से जाते हैं. हाँ, छोटा जैसा. हाँ
हाँ,
हाँ,
छोटा हो
करेक्ट
जाना.
करेक्ट. हाँ. Yeah, so is it lethargy? Is it sleeplessness? Is it drunkenness? Or is it unconsciousness? When I say that something is unconscious, right? So that means it is not aware, है ना? It is not aware, first of all. Drunkenness would be again related to drunk, somebody drunk. ठीक है? Lethargy again when you feel like, really lifeless or you don't feel like doing anything. ठीक है? बहुत lethargic feel हो रहा है, बहुत lazy या lifeless feel हो रहा है, whatever. Right? Again, insomnia, काफी लोग insomniac भी होते हैं, so that means they have difficulty when it comes to sleeping ना. So it's related to sleep, sleeplessness. Yes, absolutely right. B would be the answer. Correct. Okay, counterfeit कैसे करते हैं? Is it full of confidence? Is it false? Is it encouraging or is it provocative?
Option B, false.
Actually, guys, counterfeit is a term related to deception. And if you guys know, deception is a term used for deceiving people. है ना? So it is related to deception, counterfeit again. So if I'm talking about deception, we are not talking about any confidence. We are not talking about कि हम किसी को encourage कर रहे हैं या फिर किसी को provoke कर रहे हैं, है ना? Provoke करना basically कोई ऐसा होता है ना, कोई चीज आपको ऐसा instigate कर देती है या something which makes you do something, right? So these won't be the answers. Your answer would be B. Because counterfeit again is related to some kind of falsity or some kind of deception. ठीक? हाँ हाँ हाँ, आग लगा देना, हाँ, भड़का देना, राइट, बोलते हैं ना, भड़काना किसी को ऐसा। तो caducity, is it credulity, is it senility, is it loquaciousness, or is it speciousness? Caducity. When I say that somebody is credulous, that means they are gullible, है ना? They believe things easily, है ना? When I call somebody loquacious, that means they are really talkative. They really like to talk. And the spaciousness is a term which is related to somebody being, again, deceptive, जिसको बोलते हैं, है ना? Now, if I talk about caducity and senility, guys, these are terms related to old age. Okay, so ये और ये would go together. एंड आपका आंसर क्या हो जाएगा फिर इस हिसाब से? डी, सेनिलिटी। ठीक। morose, what is morose? Is it annoyance, is it gloominess, is it moody, or is it displeased? Hmm.
Option B.
Hmm. B, yes, great. Yes, because morose is a word related to something being really gloomy or really sad or really dark, है ना? बहुत ही ज़्यादा. So again, if I say morose is a word related to gloominess or sadness, it can't be related to annoyance या किसी तरीके का anger या irritation या गुस्सा. Again, it's not related to somebody being moody because when I call somebody moody, it's not just related to sadness, now it's related to a lot of mood swings, right? It can be any mood. And again, if you are displeased, so again, it's related to you are not happy with it. Not exactly means you are just sad, right? So this would be the answer, correct. Voracious. Is it truthful? Is it gluttonous? Is it funny? Or is it venturous?
Ma'am, B.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, because truthful is a word related to truth. Like somebody is being truthful, that means they are speaking the truth. Right. So maybe we can say that it's somewhat related to honesty or whatever. When I say somebody is gluttonous, it's a word related to greedy. है ना? वही same होता है voracious. And again, if I call somebody funny, maybe I can say that they are hilarious. Right? Hilarious. They are funny. Venturous is a word related to somebody being adventurous, by the way. है ना? They like बोलते हैं ना कि I like to venture different places and all. Like you really like to go on different adventures and explore different things in your life. So the answer has to be B. Absolutely correct. Tick. Great. Awakened. Okay. Enlightened, realized, shook or wakened. Guys, it is awakened. Please read the word carefully and then answer. Awakened.
Ma'am, either option A or D.
See, when you actually Google this word awakened, it's actually a verb. Okay. So Waken, awaken. है ना? They both are verbs. When I call somebody enlightened, it's not a verb. Enlightened. Okay, so as per that, your answer should be waken because this is also it's related to waking up and awakened is also related to waking up, right? Again, when I talk about shook, that would be past tense of shake. ठीक है, shake करना किसी चीज को. Now, when I say realized and enlightened, so these words are somewhat related to each other because if I call somebody enlightened, that means that they are really woke. Woke as an adjective, okay. Woke means like somebody who is really aware about things, okay. So, उसके हिसाब से we'll go with waken. Is it clear? So I'm not using it as an adjective. So this should be the answer.
Ma'am, one question.
Hmm.
Ma'am, how do we use waken in sentences? Like how can we use them? Use the word, sorry.
Waken. So you can just say that I was wakened by the noise in my house or whatever. Because it's a verb, na? Because they both can be used as verbs. So that is why I said कि this should be the answer of this. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
What is gratify? Is it A, appreciate? Is it B, frank? Is it indulge? Or is it pacify? Gratify, gratify. Gratify is a word related to gratification. है ना? So when I say gratification, gratification is related to pleasure. Pleasure is related to you being indulgent in something. Indulgent. जो बोलते हैं ना आई एम इंडल्जेंट मतलब आप सिर्फ प्लेजर के बारे में सोचते हो. Gratify is related to pleasure. Pleasure is again indulgent, you being indulgent. So we are not talking about you appreciating something or you being friendly or frank, or we are not talking about anything which is related to peace या pacification या pacify. ठीक है? So the answer would be indulge. Like we call some people self-indulgent, na? Like they only think about themselves, gratification and all. I hope it's clear. So the answer should be C, indulge.
Ma'am, gratify also means pleasing or give pleasure to anyone or make someone feel good. So, like, how does indulging, like, how is indulging, मतलब कैसे हो रहा है उसके साथ? Indulging term कैसे मतलब mix up?
अरे देखो ना जब हम बोलते हैं किसी चीज को इंडल्ज करना तो आप उसको भी अगर गूगल करोगे ना हिमांगी इंडल्जेंट बोलते हैं मतलब कुछ लोगों को तो ग्रेटिफाई करना आप उसको ऐसे रिलेट करो क्योंकि एक तो वर्ड होता है ग्रैटिट्यूड ग्रैटिट्यूड इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग दैट्स अ पॉजिटिव थिंग क्योंकि आप औरों के लिए चीज करते हो या फिर यू आर थैंकफुल फॉर थिंग्स और वट एवर लेकिन अगर मैं बोले ग्रेटिफिकेशन एज अ वर्ड इज एक्चुअली रिलेटेड टू प्लेजर उसी तरीके से इंडल्जेंट होने का भी मतलब होता है कि आप अपने ही इंडल्जेंट हो अपने में ही यू ओनली थिंक अबाउट योर प्लेजर एंड एवरीथिंग सो सेंस में इसका आंसर ये हो सकता है ठीक है इसी की जगह ग्रेटिट्यूड लिखा होता ना ग्रेटिट्यूड बोला मैंने ग्रेटिफाई नहीं बोला तो यस अप्रिशिएट हो सकता था ठीक है
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Precarious. Is it A, cautious? Is it B, critical? Is it perilous or is it brittle?
Ma'am, option C, perilous.
Hmm. Because see, when I talk about the word perilous, it is a word. Okay, let's start from here. So when I talk about brittle, it means something that can break. Okay, it can break easily, right? So when I talk about cautious, okay, that means you are being really careful about something. You have to be like careful, be cautious or whatever, right? So if I say that something is critical, we can also say that it is serious or important or whatever. Okay. When I say that something is perilous, it can mean like either it can mean like it is full of danger, or some kind of, it makes a person really insecure, or it is really uncertain, as we say, uncertain हो जाता है. ठीक है इसको तो.
Risky.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, रिस्की अनसर्टेनिटी जो लाते हैं, तो प्रिकारियस भी वही होता है गाइस, उसी हिसाब से अनसर्टेनिटी, इनसिक्योरिटी, फुल ऑफ डेंजर एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स. सो द आंसर शुड बी दिस. ओके, प्रिकारियस, पेरिलस. ठीक, सो दिस विल बी द आंसर. What is infamy? Is it dishonor? Is it glory? Is it integrity? Or is it reputation? Hmm.
Ma'am, dishonor. Option A.
Yeah, as we say, like, somebody is infamous, so you can relate it to that. And again, dishonor is a word which is related to some kind of shame, right? So, infamy, infamous, shame, dishonor, so we can relate it. So, this will go here. Again, we are not talking about any glory or any kind of win. Okay? We are not talking about somebody's integrity or somebody being honest. Again, we are not talking about somebody's reputation. Yes, correct. So, that would be the answer. ठीक, चलो, masterly. Crafty, skillful, meaningful, or cruel? Master, like when we call somebody master of something.
Option B.
Hmm. Because when I call somebody cruel, right, we can relate it to somebody like, somebody who's really stone-hearted or heartless or something like that. Or somebody who is definitely not at all kind towards people. Meaningful again would entail something which has a meaning. When I say the word crafty, it would be related to some kind of craft, some kind of art, as we say. Again, when I call somebody a master, I can also say that they are really skillful at what they do. That means they are a master of whatever they do. So the answer can be this out of these options. So correct. What is gleaming? Is it smoldering? Is it glittering? Is it touching? Or is it warming? Gleaming.
Option B. Glittering.
Okay. Yeah, because if I say the sun was gleaming in its glory or whatever, that means it was shining, it was glittering, because all these words are related to shine, glittering, gleaming, है ना? So gleaming का आंसर हो सकता है glittering. Again, we are not talking about anything being warm or hot. हम temperature की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are not talking about touching anything. ठीक है, हम लोग वो भी नहीं बात कर रहे कि fire. No, 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 no. एक मिनट. हाँ, without fire ना? If I'm not wrong, without fire.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
Smoke without fire.
हाँ, वही मैं सोच रही हूँ, कंफ्यूजन. हाँ, विदाउट फायर, राइट? तो स्मोक विदाउट फायर वुड बी ये. तो आपका इसका आंसर हो जाएगा ग्लिटरिंग, करेक्ट. चलो नेक्स्ट पे चलेंगे. Tepid. What is tepid? Is it hot? Is it warm? Is it cold or is it boiling?
Ma'am, option B, warm.
Yeah, because when we talk about temperature or anything, so cold would be completely different thing, na? It will be on the other side, first of all. When I say something is warm or it is lukewarm, है ना, as we say, warm or lukewarm, it does not mean that it's really hot because this would go on the extreme side वाला, है ना? उसके बाद अगर मैं boiling बोल रही हूँ तो boiling तो मतलब अगर जैसे मैं स्केल पे बना रही हूँ सो ये तो मॉडरेट टेम्परेचर हो जाएगा अगर मैं किसी को बोलूँ ल्यूक वार्म वाटर एज वी से, है ना? उसके ऊपर आपका हॉट आ जाएगा, उसके ऊपर आ जाएगा बॉइलिंग, मतलब एकदम ही गर्म, बहुत ज्यादा। या एज वी से गुनगुना। यस, एब्सोल्युटली राइट। इट्स लाइक मॉडरेट वाला, ना ज्यादा गर्म ना ज्यादा ठंडा, लाइक मॉडरेट चाहिए, ठीक है? सो हॉट एंड देन बॉइलिंग। So again, tepid would actually mean something which is warm, or we, as we say, lukewarm also. So that would be the answer. Absolutely correct. अनक्वेंचलेबल किसको बोलेंगे? वाइल्ड को, ग्रीडी को, एंग्री को या क्विक को? Unquenchable, sorry. Unquenchable.
Ma'am, option B.
Hmm. Correct. Very good. Because when I say something is wild, I'm not particularly say that they are unquenchable. Right? When I say that nothing can quench her thirst, it actually somewhere entails कि वो किस तरीके से the person is really selfish for things or greedy for things, है ना? So we can call them. So again, we are not talking about somebody's anger or somebody being really quick, as we say, है ना? So this should be the answer. Absolutely correct. Next पे चलेंगे. What is unite? Unfold, unchain, combine or unhinge?
Ma'am, combine.
Hmm. Okay, great. Yeah, correct, guys. Absolutely right. Because when I say the word uniting something, and I unite, that means things are coming together and they are combining. So we are not talking about एक तो होता है fold करना किसी चीज को ऐसा ऐसा करके ऊपर नीचे करके, एक होता है unfold कर देना. That means you are doing the opposite of it. है ना? Unfolding the truth, as we say. Again, we are not talking about chain होता है when you are tying things together. Unchain उनको आप again it's related to, हम जैसा बोल सकते हैं separation जैसा unchain कर देना. Right, combine will go here. So unhinge, unhinge is a word which can be related to somebody who is not stable, है ना? So this can't be our answer. So the answer would be combining something. So absolutely correct. What is combat? Sorry, combat. Conflict, quarrel, feud, or fight.
Ma'am, D, fight.
Hmm. Yeah, because if I say we can't combat this problem, we are not talking about we having a feud with something or quarreling about it or conflict, right? We're just talking about fight. Because fight does not always, what do you call, it doesn't always has that negative connotation to it, okay? उसी की जगह, guys, if I talk about feud as a word, right? So feud as a word would actually mean that we are having a sort of fight, but it's really on and off wala fight, right? Like usually most of the part mein we are not talking to each other. So that is a kind of feud. But it turns into a quarrel it will turn into a quarrel if we just kind of have that fight also and it goes on for a long time. Okay, so this can kind of go for shorter period, and this when it becomes like full-fledged fight हो रहा है किसी के बीच में, like they are एक फैट जैसा चल रहा है बहुत लंबे टाइम तक, so it will become quarrel and again conflict भी वही हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So the answer can be fight in this case. हाँ, yeah, correct, Himangi. So that would be the answer. What is amphitheater? Restaurant, parlor, living room, or arena? Yeah, guys, because if we have to talk about amphitheater, they usually used to exist in the archaic time, है ना? Half खुला रहता था amphitheaters. So it's a term which can be related to arena again. ठीक है? वो भी ऐसे ही रहता है जहाँ पे usually लोग audience रहती है चारों तरफ and they just watch what is happening. Right? So it's not a term which is related to any kind of restaurant या parlor या living room. So arena would be the answer. Absolutely correct. Uncouth, what is it? Is it ungraceful? Is it something rough? Is it something slovenly or is it dirty?
Ma'am, either option A or D. They both are negative term, and uncouth is also a negative term.
Okay. Okay, guys. So basically, when I call somebody dirty or slovenly, it is a term which is related to somebody being untidy or dirty or filthy or whatever. That they are not neat. Okay. When I call somebody ungraceful, it actually means like they bring shame. Like we say, no, you are a disgrace to this family or whatever. It's a term which is usually related to some kind of shame or something like that. Okay. 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 When I talk about these words, when I call somebody rough, uncouth, okay, so what we need to remember is these words can be related to each other because when I call somebody rough, it is a word which is also related to somebody who is not who is kind of unsophisticated. Okay, so we can find it in synonyms also. So you can choose B because of that. Okay, so B would be the answer. Okay, and
Ma'am, can you explain once again?
See, when I talk about DNC, it's again related to somebody being untidy or somebody being dirty. Okay. When I talk about ungraceful, it basically means somebody who brings shame. Like as we say, na, कि you are a disgrace to this family. That means you brought a shame to our family or such a disgrace or ungraceful, as we say. Okay. Okay, when I talk about uncouth and rough as a word, it basically is related to somebody not being polished enough or they are not sophisticated. So we can also relate it to somebody who is rough on the edges, as we say. ठीक है, that means they are again really unsophisticated, not polished enough. As we say, थोड़ा classless जैसा भी बोल सकते हैं, ठीक है? So that can be the answer because of that. Rough.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Commensurate. What is commensurate? Is it measurable, proportionate, beginning, or appropriate? एक मिनट।
मैम ऑप्शन
हम्म
बी।
हम्म Yeah, guys, because when I say commensurate is a word related to, we are not talking about measurable, we are actually talking about something which is proportionate, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि it is equivalent, like it's equal. हाँ. And again, we are not talking about commencing something, that's different, beginning something, and we are not again talking about something being appropriate in any way. So the answer will be proportion. Something is proportioned, it is equal, right? Okay, what would be a fiasco? Is it collapse? Is it decline? Is it defeat? Or is it disgrace? Fiasco. Fiasco. Some kind of fiasco happened.
मैम सी।
Hmm. Disgrace. But guys, fiasco तो means some kind of failure या कोई चीज ऐसा. तो disgrace कैसे हो सकता है? यहाँ पे देखो इसका आंसर ना A दिया है. Okay. So if we try to understand this, let's go with D. So first of all, disgrace is again related to some kind of shame. So disgrace can't be my answer because it's related to some kind of failure. Again, defeat नहीं हो सकता because defeat would be kind of failure, but it's not exactly because you lose, right, in defeat. So it is kind of failure. अभी decline की बात करें तो decline तो बिल्कुल अलग चीज हो जाती है. कोई चीज आपने decline कर दी, झुकला दी, right? You do not admit it, you decline it. ठीक है. अभी अगर हम बात करें सॉरी कोलैप्स की, तो कोई चीज कोलैप्स हो जाती है, जैसे कि बोलते हैं ना द प्रोजेक्ट दैट वी वर प्लानिंग टू बिल्ड और वट एवर कोलैप्स्ड. क्या हो गया, मतलब कहीं ना कहीं वो फेल हो गया, तो उस सेंस में आंसर कैन बी कोलैप्स. इज इट क्लियर? सो दैट वुड बी द आंसर.
मैम कैन shamble be perfect word for fiasco?
हाँ
Like
हाँ हाँ,
even
इट
if it's
कैन बी.
not in the option, but still.
या इट कैन बी. यस, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. इन shambles, yes, correct. Okay, what is distinction? Is it diffusion? Is it disagreement? Is it different or is it degree? Distinction तो बहुत इजी होता है, एग्जाम में भी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. Draw a distinction. So we are actually talking about some kind of difference that you have to draw, है ना? So
Yes, ma'am.
diffusion क्या होता है फिर? Diffusion, diffuse करना चीजों को.
Ma'am, switch off.
हम्म
Diffused. The team diffused the bomb.
हम्म. Correct. So guys, agreement का उल्टा हो जाएगा disagreement, and we are not talking about any kind of degree. So different would be the answer. Absolutely correct. चलो next पे चलेंगे. What is insatiable? काफी easy है ये word. Unsatisfiable, feable, unchanging, irreconcilable or undesirable. Insatiable again is a word related to कोई चीज.
Satisfied.
हाँ, you can't satisfy it ना, unsatisfiable. Right, again we are not talking about anything which is unchanging. ठीक है, it remains the same. एक कुछ चीजें ऐसी होती है जो irreconcilable होती है, उनको आप ठीक नहीं कर सकते. Like you can't really fix it, है ना? So you can't do that. तो ये भी नहीं हो सकता. Undesirable, it's not desired. So the answer is A only, correct. What is agile? Unrhythmic, latter, quickening or clear. Agile बोलते हैं, कुछ लोग बहुत agile होते हैं. So yeah, we are not talking about any kind of dance or something जिसमें आपको rhythm चाहिए किसी चीज का whatever. So it's not related to rhythm. Latter is something which comes later or after, as we say. Quickening is obviously a word that can go because agile, quick are somewhat closer to each other, है ना? Somebody is really fast when it comes to their movement. So quick, as we say, so clear again cannot be the answer. Absolutely correct. Great. What is Bohemian? Is it hostile? Is it unconventional? Is it sinister or is it unfriendly? Hmm. Yeah, as we say Bohemian, right? It's a trend also nowadays to follow unconventional paths, as we say Bohemian, right? So that is the word which can go. Again, if I call somebody hostile, it means that they are unfriendly. Being unfriendly, as we say. Sinister again is a word which can be related to something which is deadly or threatening. And again, hostile, unfriendly can go together. So these can't be the answer. Correct. Unconventional. Very good. Next पे चलेंगे. What is zenith? Is it some kind of pinnacle, reality, hope, or ideal?
Ma'am, A pinnacle.
है ना किसी चीज का कल्मिनेशन पॉइंट होता है या हाईएस्ट पॉइंट होता है एज वी से सो इट्स रिलेटेड टू दैट यस टॉप ऑफ समथिंग एज वी दे करेक्ट so it's not related to anybody reality hope or ideal some kind of बोलते हैं ना ideal or perfect or something so pinnacle absolutely right next पे चलेंगे what is impeccable is it upright is it harmless is it inoffensive or is it flawless yes absolutely correct guys. When I say that something is impeccable, it actually means that it is flawless, right? Like there's no flaw. It's completely, बोलते ना, spotless as we say. Upright when you are basically sitting straight, मतलब जब आप straight रहते हैं. So it's related to that. So that cannot be the answer. Not related to anything harmless or inoffensive. It's absolutely related to flawless. So correct. Very good. Next पे चलेंगे what is pensive? Is it contemplative? Is it precise? Is it reluctant or is it unhappy? Pensive mood. I was in a pensive mood. Again, when I say something is precise, it actually means it is clear and crisp, like to the point. Reluctant is again when you are hesitant, है ना? Reluctant है आप. Unhappy is again you are not happy. So again, when I say pensive, that means you are contemplative. You are thinking about things, है ना? Usually about the past. Pensive mood. So yes, absolutely right. That would be the correction. Bequeath. Is it scold? Is it surround? Is it give or is it disclose?
Ma'am, option C, give.
Hmm. ठीक है, guys. Absolutely correct. Because when I talk about the word bequeath, it actually is not related to you scolding someone, you surrounding things, है ना? It is basically related to you giving something, right? You give something, and it's not related to you disclosing something out in the open. So it's related to give. Absolutely correct. लास्ट क्वेश्चन करेंगे, व्हाट इज अ फैलेसी? इज इट फेमस इन्वेंशन, मिस्टेकन बिलीव, स्मार्ट मूव और अनफाउंडेड फियर? फैलेसी, इट्स अ फैलेसी, राइट? सो हम फैलेसी की बात करते हैं तो उसमें तो फेमस इन्वेंशन की बात तो नहीं करते, इट्स अ फैलेसी। वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एनी काइंड ऑफ फियर, या फिर कोई स्मार्ट मूव तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं होता। इट इज एक्चुअली सम काइंड ऑफ मिस्टेक, एज वी से, कोई एरर आ जाता है या मिस्टेक होती है, तो मिस्टेकन बिलीफ इज एक्चुअली अ फैलेसी। ठीक है गाइस? ओके, आई होप इट इज क्लियर। सो वी आर एक्चुअली डन विद ऑल द क्वेश्चंस फॉर टुडे। ठीक है, सो कल से वील बी स्टार्टिंग विद एंटोनिम के एमसीक्यूज, क्लास 1 होगा। सो आई विल बी सीइंग ऑल ऑफ यू देयर। ठीक है गाइस? इफ एनीवन हैज एनी क्वेश्चन दे कैन आस्क, और वी विल रैप इट अप नाउ। ठीक। Okay, then, guys, I'll see all of you in the next class, and thank you for being with me for this session. ठीक है, guys, I'll be seeing everyone in the next session. तब तक के लिए keep learning. ठीक है? So take care, guys. Bye bye. Yeah, Jai Hind to all of you. Jai Hind.